Okay, so that vegan teacher is back at it again as usual. And now it's a completely different subject I'd like to talk about. The whole thing is babies and circumcision. And this is a topic I really want to get into because she likes to use that their body, their choice kind of thing. So, before we start the video, just letting you guys know, remember to subscribe to this channel and my side channel, my X Zodiac 85X mobile channel. Please subscribe to that channel as well. And remember, if you enjoy this video, leave a comment and like. And thank you guys very much. Let's get into the video.
Had a new baby? Congratulations! But don't circumcise him or her. Their body, their choice. If not, they may come back later and accuse you of child abuse and genital mutilation.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about that vegan teacher on this. And basically, what she's saying is their body, their choice, right? And that's the whole thing about the circumcision, which she's explaining. Well, if it really was their choice, then why didn't they have a choice to eat what they wanted? Why didn't they have a choice whether they want to be bathed or not? Their body, their choice, right? And so the whole thing is, if you're going to use that into factor on their body, their choice, then you got to live by that. You got to live by everything that you say when it comes to their body, their choice. I mean, if that's the way you want to go about things, see, a lot of people do circumcisions for different reasons. It's not all religious. Some people do it because they want to avoid infection. And it's not just cutting off, it's not just cutting off something really vital, Like, it's different, like when people have cancer and stuff like that, when they have to get something cut out, a gland or part of an organ. But this is not. And this is very preventative for most people. Some people, hey, you don't have to get it done. It's up to you. But when the parent's in control, it becomes their choice. The baby doesn't have a choice to feed themselves or bathe themselves. That's not their choice. Yeah, it would be great if they were able to make those kind of choices for themselves, to do what they wanted, to have that kind of mentality to do so, but they're too young. They're very fragile. Babies are very fragile, and they can't comprehend. They can comprehend little, the voices, who the mother is, the scent. But when it all comes down to it, they don't know what's going on in the real world. And the whole thing is, someone's got to feed them. Someone's got to bathe them. As far as the circumcision goes, it's no different. Everything is your body, your choice kind of style, if you want to look at it. But in the end, they can't make those choices. It might be their body, but you can't make that choice. If you could, then you would be able to make other choices. You let the baby decide, then let them decide to bathe themselves, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. Because with that vegan teacher's mentality on how she's going about things, it's really not, two and two's not fitting together right now. Because this goes for anything. If it's their body, their choice, then make it so. Make that for everything then. Not just a circumcision. That's what I wanted to explain people about. I guess I'm at the point where I've heard it so many times from her, but yet when it comes to us wanting to eat our own foods, what we want to eat in life, we say our body, our choice, and then vegans make fun of it, right? Those vegan activists like to make fun of it. But then when it comes to that vegan teacher, she uses it for her own benefit. Why is it that she says one thing, then contradicts herself, and then she uses something? She's basically contradicting everything she stands for. If you stand for being a vegan, you're supposed to be vegan. You're not supposed to get in people's lives and tell them what they can and can't do in life. You're not supposed to tell them how they're supposed to live. I understand, yeah. You want to avoid animal product and teach people that. But when you start getting into people's personal lives, don't circumcise your child, don't have children, I mean, now you're opening up a can of worms. And I'm just saying, because the way I believe is everyone has freedom to do as they please. We shouldn't have someone telling us what we can and can't do every second. Every second. It's like, oh, well, no, you're going to raise your child to be vegan. Your child was born vegan. Your child is going to be vegan from now on. And, you know, we don't need someone telling that. And she said being vegan wasn't a choice because we were already vegan. Like, if we're vegan, why are we eating animal product? She said being vegan wasn't a choice. But yet she likes to say other things which aren't much of a choice is a choice. You know, that's kind of being a hypocrite, if you ask me. Now, if you don't want to be a hypocrite, live by what you preach. You see, if you don't practice what you preach in life, and you're not living the way that you're trying to tell other people to live, then they're going to consider you a phony. People are going to consider you that, you know, you're just saying stuff because you want them to be that way, even though you're not living up by it. That's why a lot of vegans, really, to be honest, they don't get along with that vegan teacher, because a lot of them say that she's making the community look bad, which I do agree. You know, if you're making people look bad and you're claiming to be something, you know, and this goes with anything, then obviously, who's going to want to follow what you're doing? No one's going to want to convert. Like, how are you supposed to tell people how to live in life when you're not living that way? Practice what you preach, you know? Or if you're going to tell people to be a vegan, then obviously you need to be living by that same standard. You need to be living by that same standard and not try to push your own tactical benefits onto others. You're supposed to teach people if they want to be taught. If they don't want to be messed with and they don't want to be spoken to, you have no right to speak to them. Yes, there is freedom of speech, but there's also something called a restraining order. And with a restraining order, you can't really get close to someone now, can you? So, if a vegan is constantly following someone nonstop, and they don't ease up on that person, and every day they're following them because they're trying to force them to go vegan. Let's just say someone's roaming around and they keep following you. You have every right to report them for constantly stalking you. And then all you have to do is write a restraining order, follow a restraining order, and they can't get anywhere within so many feet. Now, I don't know how it works in each state with how the distance thing, but I think that most vegans won't be a problem. You know, I don't think they're just going to follow you. I don't think that vegan teacher stalks people down the streets. You know, maybe on the internet she follows him around and, you know, likes to make videos on him, but I don't think that she's a type that's going to really leave her house much anymore. But, you know, I don't think she's going to be following people, but maybe online. But yeah, most vegans, they'll be at a rally or they'll be outside a restaurant, you know, and if there's anything physical, if they do put their hands on you or touch you, you know, call law enforcement officer. So yeah, I pretty much said what I wanted to say. And remember, it's your child, your choice. It might be their body, but until they become of age, it's still your responsibility. And that vegan teacher, there's nothing she can do to change that. So you have every right to make the choices you want for your child. As long as you know what's best for them and you know what's going to help your child, hey, it's your choice. So don't let that vegan teacher bother you or upset you about that, because you know what? She's not going to be able to come to your door and tell you and your baby what to do. Just remember that, guys. And also, you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And remember, comment, like, and subscribe. And I really appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next time.